Hey guys, Sean here again. I wasn't planning on putting up another video, but I had a lot of nice comments on my last one, and so thought maybe I'd share some additional thoughts I had on Electroneum, or maybe go over, I guess, what in a different way some of the things I said in the last video. To give you some background, I work in IT. It's a very customer-facing job. I had to interact with everyday people and translate IT in a way that they could understand, and figure out a way that IT would help help them run their businesses, and also anticipate future needs that they may have, and that in ways that technology could address those needs. So that's just kind of the mind I have when I go into things, try to view things from the layman's perspective. And so when I heard about cryptocurrency many years ago, I was skeptical that it could be sustained. I was skeptical it could hold value, but probably most importantly, I was skeptical that the majority of people could use it, or would even want to use it on a daily basis. It was just seemed too complicated. So when just recently, when Bitcoin hit the news and its value skyrocketed, I kind of had to reevaluate my view on it, and obviously on two counts I was wrong. It has significant value, and it has been through a lot, and come out even more valuable than before. And on the surface, I thought it kind of received mass adoption. I mean, everybody's talking about it. It's on the tip of everybody's tongue. A lot of people are involved in it. But when I really looked into it, really, it's come a long way, but it's like it's traveled 10 miles on a 1,000-mile journey. I think even the people that aren't terribly technical that are involved are just in it to speculate and maybe make some money. They aren't in it to use it, or they don't assume that they're going to use it anytime soon. So in a way, I think we've come a long way, but I think we have much further to travel. And so so when I stumbled across Electroneum, it really saw the problem of mass adoption that I saw, and it addressed it in a way that I thought was brilliant. When you look at businesses and just everyday people, a business isn't going to accept cryptocurrency unless there's a demand for it, and just the average person is not going to collect coins unless there's a purpose for it, something to buy with it. And so they're kind of in a staring contest. And in my perspective, the cryptocurrency community has been trying to build better and better coins with better and better technology, but they've kind of ignored mass adoption. Like, how are we going to get 99% of the population to use coins or cryptocurrency? And you just don't. It's like not a concern. It's like they're waiting for people to come to them versus going out to the average man. And so what Electroneum is doing, that I just thought is amazing, and I just have a hard time seeing how it doesn't work, is that they give people free money, which everybody loves. They give cell phone providers money that they could sit on, cryptocurrency that they could sit on and, presumably cash in at a later time when it's worth more. And then businesses, when they are just surrounded by Electroneum that people don't know what to do with, they're gonna, find ways to offer them things that they could buy with it. I mean, that's just the way the economy works, So I really, could see clearly how this could be revolutionary in the cryptocurrency market, I guess you'd say. And so when you consider that, and it's 1% of the people using cryptocurrency, and if you were to add, let's say you were to double that or triple that or quadruple that with the new influx of people and money, there's no way that the rules that kind of govern cryptocurrency or the rules that have governed it over the past 10 years wouldn't change. One example is the volatility of cryptocurrency. If you were to quadruple the amount of people involved, wouldn't that stabilize it some, because you couldn't have the few people that are buying and selling swing the price so significantly? Sort of like the stock market. It's 1 or 2% swings at most, typically, not 20, 30, 50%. And then also things like market cap and stuff that people just kind of use as a rule of thumb. Wouldn't that all go out the window? And the other thing that I think people don't really think about is that there's 1,500 coins right now, but they're all kind of vying for the position of the coin. And there may be, when this is all said and done, maybe you need a dozen coins. Bitcoin's probably here to stay. Ethereum's probably here to stay, Litecoin, but a coin for the everyday person to make everyday purchases. Maybe Electroeum is that coin, and when that kind of establishes itself as a dominating force, I think the energy behind many of these other coins will just kind of fade, because there's no longer that belief that these little tiny coins are going to take over. So I don't see how that market share, even if you don't add to the market share, or the market cap, I don't see how some of that money doesn't just shift over to Electroeum if what they're trying to accomplish happens. It just seems clear as day. I remember back in the day with search engines, there was Alta Vista and Google and many others. I don't even remember all of them. But once Google took over, the others just faded out of existence. There wasn't, like, Google's used 60% of the time, Alta Vista's used, there's no tier. There's just, they're fighting for dominance, and when one of them took over, the rest just were gone. And I have a feeling that's what's going to happen here. And if what Electroeum's trying to do happens, I don't see how the majority of these coins don't just fade away, and then Electroeum take that market share. And also, I had another thought, unrelated, was a lot of people complained about the price. Well, why is it so low? Why is it staying so low? And I have a feeling that that although it may not have been done on purpose, that at this stage, Electroeum, the people in Electroeum want it to stay low, because if you're negotiating these deals with Verizon or whoever, if you have an overinflated coin like Ripple was a while ago at $3 with billions of coins, it's not going to be very appealing for Verizon or whoever they're trying to sign to see a inflated coin. And so let's say they collect some coin, and then the next day, they collect $20 worth of Electroeum, and the next day it's worth 10. At 8 cents, it's a real possibility that they could envision collecting $20 of Electroeum to pay a phone bill, sit on it for a couple months or year, and it's worth 10 times that. And so that could be a real incentive for phone providers to get on board. But again, if the price was too high, it'd be a disincentive. And even if it was fair market value, it just may not be enticing. It just may be a push. So I think, at least in the stage of negotiation, I don't think that they necessarily care that the price is so low, because their plan hinges upon these deals being done and cell phone providers getting on board. You know, that's, once that happens, the price will follow. You know, it's just a natural thing when you you know, you have, what are they going for, 500 million users? Once you have that, I mean, Ripple went to $3 on the chance of being added to Coinbase. Could you imagine what Electroeum would hit if it actually had 500 million users, you know, that could access it through their cell phone? I mean, I can't even imagine. So those are my thoughts. Let me know any comments you have, or if any questions that, or maybe you just disagree, or maybe I'm wrong on something. I'm really new to this market, so that is quite possible. And also, like in my other video, I'm not trying to create a channel or anything, but if you want to donate a couple bucks to my mother-in-law, who I'm trying to give her a wallet with some cryptocurrency that maybe down the road is worth something, that she could, you know, pay some bills. It's been tough lately, so I just want to do something nice. That's it. Thanks a lot.